Hello and welcome to this short presentation on graduate entry to medicine. My name is Diane Masson and I'm one of the careers consultants from Careers, Employability and Skills at Queen's. In this session we're going to look at what the options are in terms of applying for graduate entry to medicine, how to apply, how to write a good personal statement, what to expect at the multiple mini interviews, a little bit of information about funding, and then finally next steps. So what are the options? Well, as a graduate you have the option of applying for either a 4-year graduate entry course or a 5-year course which is open to graduates and non-graduates. The 4-year graduate entry course there are a limited number of courses available. They tend to be more intensive than regular courses and they also tend to be more competitive. Whichever option you decide to apply for, in the UK you need to apply through UCAS by October in the year before entry, and in the Republic of Ireland you apply through CAO by February in the year of application. And you also need to make sure that you've completed the appropriate aptitude test during the summer prior to your application. In terms of graduate entry courses, the 4-year programme, the Medic portal provides a good list of all the graduate entry courses. It also tells you the number of places available and what aptitude test is required. However, you'll see that at the time of preparing this presentation, the new programme at Ulster University is not on the list, so that's another one to consider. It's also worth thinking about the number of places each university offers onto their graduate entry programmes, because obviously the smaller the number of places, the more competition there is for those places. So in terms of the new medical degree at Ulster University, the entry requirements are a minimum of a 2-1 honours degree in any discipline. You need to sit the GAMSAT, and the university are offering the opportunity to sit that at the Magee campus in September 2020 and also in March 2021, depending on when you apply. You also need to apply to pass the multiple mini interview assessments. You have to have completed an enhanced disclosure from Access NI or the other relevant authority, and you need to have completed a medical declaration and occupational health clearance. Note that on the university website they state that they will accept applications beyond the UCAS deadline of the 15th of October 2020 up to and including the 31st of March 2021. However, I would advise that if you are keen to apply for the programme at Ulster University, you include that course in your choice for your first choices and submit through UCAS by the 15th of October 2020. If then you have been unsuccessful with your first choices and you haven't included Ulster in your first choices, you can then apply again through UCAS for the course at Ulster up to and including the 31st of March 2020. When you're choosing a medical school, things like location, etc. are obviously important things to consider. However, it's also worth being aware that there are different course structures across medical programmes, and it's important that you spend some time considering which one best suits your learning style. So there are 3 course structures. Traditional courses are where lectures and tutorials will make up the bulk of your first 2 to 3 years, and the rest of your course will be made up of clinical placements. Integrated courses are similar to traditional courses, however you'll have some clinical work in year 1, and scientific content is normally taught alongside clinical training by topic rather than by subject. Problem-based learning courses is where the emphasis is on small group teaching using case studies to solve problems. So it's important that you research the course information on each university website to make sure that you find the course that's best suited to you. Different universities require different aptitude tests, and there are some differences between each type of test. The UCAT test doesn't contain any curriculum or science content, and candidates can't really revise for this test. There are 5 sections. The first section looks at verbal reasoning, the second section looks at quantitative reasoning, the third section abstract reasoning, the fourth section decision making, and the final section is the situational judgment test. You can take the test at a variety of centres in Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and they must be taken prior to you submitting your application. Detailed information and a candidate preparation toolkit can be found on the UCAT website. The BMAT and GAMSAT are slightly different from UCAT, mainly in that they both require some scientific knowledge. In section 1 of the BMAT, you will be assessed on generic skills in problem solving, understanding arguments and data analysis. In section 2, you'll be assessed on your ability to apply scientific knowledge, typically covered in school science and maths up to GCSE level. And in section 3, you'll be tested on your ability to select, develop and organise ideas and to communicate them in writing concisely and effectively. The GAMSAT does require some more preparation because it assesses concepts in basic science as well as general skills of problem solving, critical thinking and writing. The preparation would normally be up to basic science at first year university level or to at least A-level standard, and some preparation for this is highly recommended. In terms of the medical programme at Queen's, Queen's normally admit around 50 to 60 graduates each year onto their 5-year medical degree programme. The selection process involves 2 stages. The first stage assesses cognitive ability, and that is based on your previous academic performance, i.e. A-levels, university grades and the UCAT score. And then to assess the non-cognitive ability, it's a series of multiple mini interviews designed to evaluate non-cognitive skills. Decisions about whether or not to make a conditional or unconditional offer are based solely on the MMI performance. And you'll get detailed information on the Queen's Admission Policy Statement for Medicine at the link on the screen. Other requirements, so if you have a 2-1, they will accept ABB at A-level. If you have a first or a PhD, they will accept BBB at A-level, and that must include chemistry and 1 from biology, maths and physics. The multiple mini interviews are designed to test empathy, problem solving, ethical reasoning and communication skills. Personal statement and references are important, however at Queen's they are not scored as part of the application process. It's important to take some time thinking about your personal statement, although not all universities will score them. As a graduate, it's important that you demonstrate some progression in your motivation for applying for medicine, and ideally you should demonstrate some recent experience. In other words, if you applied for medicine the first time round, you shouldn't simply regurgitate your previous personal statement. Think about why you want to study medicine and why you're applying at this stage. Demonstrate your commitment, the factors influencing your choice, and how your current degree fits with medicine. Talk about any voluntary work or work experience that you have had and what you've learned from that. And also talk about other life experiences, work experiences, hobbies and interests that demonstrate other relevant skills and qualities such as leadership, resilience and empathy. In general, medical schools are looking for a well-rounded, motivated individual. They look for strong and consistent academic performance, good interpersonal and communication skills, the ability to work in a team, strong leadership skills, an understanding of the challenges of medicine, an understanding of the current issues in medicine, some relevant work experience in a caring role, and evidence of hobbies, interests and achievements that demonstrate other useful skills. So what is relevant work experience? Well, it can be paid or voluntary work working with relevant client groups. So for example, people with learning disabilities, the elderly, children, volunteering with Samaritans or Citizens Advice. Perhaps some of you have had paid work as a nursing auxiliary or a healthcare assistant. Work shadowing in a GP surgery or hospital is useful, and overseas work for organisations such as Habitat for Humanity are also useful. If you feel that you maybe need to add to your experience, Volunteer Now is the umbrella body for volunteering in Northern Ireland, and it's worth having a look at their website to see if they have any volunteering opportunities that would be helpful for you. Most universities, including Queen's, use the multiple mini interview process as part of the selection for admission to medicine. The link on the screen will take you to the Queen's School of Medicine website, where you'll find some really useful information and some useful videos that will help you to prepare for this process, not just at Queen's, but at other universities as well. In terms of funding, I guess the reality is that most graduates who go on to study medicine after having already completed an undergraduate degree programme are self-funding. So currently, if you are a Northern Ireland or Scottish domiciled student, you'll not be eligible for any tuition fee support. English and Welsh domiciled students are eligible for partial tuition fee loan. But it's always advisable to check with the relevant student finance. Other useful websites include the Medical Schools Council, the General Medical Council, Med Schools Online and the Medic Portal. You'll need to access UCAS, obviously in terms of submitting your application, and if you want to apply for the Republic of Ireland, CAO have some useful help sheets on graduate medicine in the Republic of Ireland. So what next? Well, it's important that you research all your options. Use UCAS and university websites to do this. Increase your chances with a maximum number of applications. So don't limit your choices to just Northern Ireland. It's great that there is the other option now at Ulster University, but also consider making applications to other parts of the UK. Explore and develop your work experience if you feel that you need to do this. And if you do have other extracurricular achievements, why not register for Degree Plus to get accreditation for this? You can always get help from your careers consultant with applications, with writing your personal statement and developing work experience. And we are still offering this service remotely via Microsoft Teams, and you can book an appointment in the usual way through My Future. It's also worth developing a plan B, and you can talk to your career consultant to develop a plan for what you might do if things don't work out.